Okay. Good evening. My name is still Gonzalo Davis. I know you haven't seen me for a while, but I decided to show up again and share a few predictions. And I'm not going to be alone today, which is going to be a lot more fun. I have Melanie with me.
Thank you.
Maybe in a couple of minutes, we'll have another third person joining. So we will start with general horoscope signs and see how it goes. And well, mine is actually delaying, and I may not be able to respond to your messages timely. Okay, we'll start. Melanie, you want to start?
Sorry, do I want a card or do I want to start?
Do you want to start with do maybe one card draw for each sign?
Yeah. Do you have tarot card with you or oracle?
I don't do oracle.
Okay, then I'll do oracle for like a little additional message.
Awesome.
Okay, so we'll do for Aries, which popped out when I was shuffling earlier. So orphaned is the card that we got. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So for Aries, you might be feeling a little kind of alone right now, maybe not resonating with the people, places, situations, things that you might have in the past. But I would kind of welcome that as a gift right now, to be alone, silence, feel, that's when you can receive messages from spirit, listen to your own intuition. So try to not feel, alone necessarily, or that, you're walking through life alone. And again, this is just an opportunity, a gift to just get silent and see what spirit and your intuition has for you. So that is what I got for Aries.
Are you not going to do for others? You don't want to do for others?
Oh, I thought you just want me to do one for each.
Yeah, but just did Aries.
Oh, you want me to go through all of them? I thought you would go next, then we'd move on to the next sign.
But that's how you want to do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
So
keep it
next
together.
Taurus, we're going to do one. Okay. One draw. We do this. I'm not doing very well with screen. Looks like. Okay, for Taurus, general energy. 3 of Wands. You are progressing. You are ready to take a major leap. Contemplating your next move. Probably already have your plan, strategy laid out, actually. Feeling pretty strong, sure. You're sure in your actions. You already can taste the flavor of the benefits of your next move. You already know what you're going to be getting. You're so 100% sure you're on the right path. So that was Taurus. Gemini is next.
Okay, so for Taurus, let's see what we've got for Taurus from the oracle. By the book. I'm trying to remember the message in this card. But intuitively, what I'm feeling is to kind of stop playing by the book, playing by the rules, what other people have told you should be doing or how you should be doing it, and kind of walking your own path, finding your own path, your own way, kind of creating your own rules, walking through life, not what other people have told you how that should be or how that should look. So.
Right. Next is Cancer. My sister is
No, you didn't do for Taurus. You have to pull for Taurus.
Which one did you do? You just did Taurus.
Yeah, I thought we were each pulling one for each sign. We're gonna get this down, I swear.
Right. Because
Yeah,
the
okay.
previous one I pulled for Taurus. I thought we're gonna just skip. Okay, I got it.
I thought that was a perfect message for Aries with my message, you know, be quiet, sit
Alright.
still, and then you see your direction and where you're going, and it's very
Alright.
clear.
Second one for Taurus. You have the Emperor reverse. Somebody's getting divorced. Somebody's quitting job, or somebody's giving up on some sort of institution, some sort of belief or a tradition. Like, I am not going to do this anymore. This is not right for me. Somebody even walking away from their family, maybe. Also feel like maybe leaving some sort of club, social circle. It's ain't right for me. You are not going to tell me how to live my life. From now on, I decide that. To me, this is a good one. Because that was Taurus. That was Taurus.
Well, and again, you know, mine was the not playing by other people's rules, what people said. So like you said, leaving that, doing your own thing, like you said, possibly jobs, relationships, circles, you know, stuff like that. Okay, so after Taurus comes Gemini, right? Yes. Time for a nap. So that means, you know, just taking it easy, time to rest, some self-care, taking care of yourself. And then there's a little fox in the moon, just content and happy. So yeah, just kind of taking the time right now for some self-nourishment, some rest. You know, maybe not overstimulating yourself with putting too much on your plate, or you know, mental stim or like electronic stimulation, things like that, and just allowing yourself some time to just rest. I know with these energies too right now, you know, maybe spirit's asking you to kind of take this time to rest, just to let things integrate and settle within. So that is the message for Geminis in their card.
Yes, but the Gemini is probably kind of chaotic time. Either
Yeah.
how, their mind is always so overactive. Now we have Mercury turning around and looping, which will
Yeah, probably why
really
spirit.
drive me nuts.
Yeah, even if it, just try for a night, Geminis, to just be just take
Yeah,
it
look
easy.
at that. How in sync those messages are. It's okay to rest. It's okay to leave things behind, at least for now. Just pretend, just pretend you're escaping whatever chaos, troubles, problems, just for a little bit. Escaping for a little peace of mind, or imagining you're going on a trip. So at least for a few days, you don't have to be bothered by what's happening.
Yes, I was getting to when you were speaking, like maybe taking a little vacation, you know, even a day or two, just kind of get away, not working, not, you know, doing, just, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this card is also a card of giving up on something. I'm done with something. Something is no longer interesting me. I'm not gonna let it get me anymore.
Yeah, and then maybe the take a rest is spirit just asking you to just let it be, drop it, be done with it, instead of, you know, trying, wearing yourself out or overthinking it, being Geminis in the mental. So, all right, for our Cancers. Loyal heart. So intuitively, I'm feeling Cancers, some Cancers, not all, might be feeling the need right now for a little bit more love, a little bit more affection around them and in their lives. And then also I'm getting, for some, maybe getting very clear, you know, if that is in your life, maybe if you're in a current relationship, recognizing that that's not maybe giving you the nourishment, the fulfillment that you need, and getting a little bit clearer on what that is for you. But yeah, I feel like Cancer is really kind of needing just that affection and nurturing right now. So let's see what
Because
you
they
get.
always give it to everyone else around.
Yeah,
They're caretakers sometimes.
yeah, they are
Look at
making
that.
sure.
Temperance. Slow down. You don't have to solve all the problems. Sometimes you can just stop and observe. Let things take care of themselves. You don't have to put out everyone's fire. Sometimes rain will come and put it out if you just let it happen.
All right, and then we've got our Leos. Really different energy. We went from the air, very mental, the Cancer, you know, that very protective, nurturing. And now let's see what our Leos have. They're a little bit more action-based, that fiery sign out there. What we got for our Leos? Treasure Island. So I feel like some blessings coming from the universe for Leos, some good things manifesting. I feel like maybe some are working on some things or like mentally planning I'm getting like investing or not just financially, but time. And the universe rewarding you for that. Having a little treasure box of blessings and treasures. It's kind of hard to see, but there's hearts in there. There's gold stars in there. So yeah, I feel like it could be multiple things, but just a lot of good stuff coming ahead for Leos.
Hi, Yanni. I'm glad you made it.
Hi,
Annie, can
Annie.
you see our live? Can you split? Because I'm kind of trying to. I don't even know their messages. I'm afraid to, if I turn on, there'll be noise here and stuff.
Turn on the mute.
Keep an eye on it, would be nice.
Okay.
Messages, yeah.
Right, Leo. It's not like Leo. This is what I've experienced all the time, because my sun is in Virgo and I'm ascendant Leo, which is very like opposite. Try to combine this message with melody and this, which is very Virgo. Yeah. Astrologically wise, for many Leos, you, for next couple of years, you are going to be traveling perhaps abroad, which this is why I was smiling when Melanie showed it.
Did you say on a boat?
Abroad, far away, to other
Oh,
countries possibly.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that my mom is a Leo, and she's getting ready to go on her second vacation to the same place in the last few months, which is on a boat out of the country, like on a yacht. So,
Perhaps that would be your me time of withdrawal from your usual social circle and time of learning, discovering something from the depths of your own consciousness. Receiving some aha moments.
Your box of treasures and blessings.
Yeah. So, Annie, this is what we're doing. We're gonna finish. Unless you wanna pitch in, or maybe after we finish, you're gonna do the next round. So we're just doing general energy, one card draw for all signs. We are just done Leo.
So Virgos.
Here you go. You use and do. We're gonna do next round. Okay. Okay, Melanie. Here you go.
So 2 actually came out for the, Virgos, which are fitting co-create and then building blocks. So Virgos could be building something right now. I'm getting like a foundation and doing it with someone else. So this could be, you know, a project, a business or something, maybe like creating a home, a family, but you're not doing it alone. And I know like Virgos like to control and be in charge of organizing. I have Virgo rising, I'm very guilty of it. But there's other people around to help and to support you and doing this right now. And yeah, I'm getting, for some, this is like business, like projects. And then for some, it just really feels like creating a home. Maybe, you know, redoing your home, organizing, redecorating your home. If you're already, you know, currently living in a living situation, but you might be just feeling the urge right now to kind of do some things a little different. So that is for Virgos.
Crazy. Literally today, when I had a break between clients, I sat down with my notebook and I thought I'm going to be better, learn to be better with dedicating things to others and trusting them. I made the to-do list for other people for this weekend.
No, so I do that at work, but I do the smallest things that I know no one can mess up.
Yeah.
Lizzie's saying that there's an echo.
This.
Does someone have their YouTube playing in the background? Because Lizzie is saying that there's an echo.
That's Melanie. Melanie's echoing.
Because I know with the lives, if you have the YouTube window open, last time it happened to me.
Oh, okay. Who's going to call? But mine is not. I don't have it because
I don't have it open. I'm just on my cell phone, so I muted it when she was talking.
Okay.
Is it better now?
I think it's better now.
Okay. I don't know.
Lizzie said it was when Guzelia was speaking, but
Really?
I don't.
It's Melanie. Melanie not on her phone.
Okay, no, she said it's better now. Okay.
Thanks.
Green light.
Or, well, I lost the card. I put the card back. Yeah, well, okay, here it was. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, long to-do list. There are so many things to do and not enough hands to touch all of it. But also, you're about to receive some tangible rewards. You're not just wasting your time. You're actually creating something very real. You're going to be paid for it. Also, finally receiving payments for something that you worked on for very, very, very long time. Finally getting paid for this. We are finishing one of the like 2-year cycles. So think about 2 years, 18 months to 2 years ago. What did you start? What you've been working on all this time? Now you're finally going to see very real results. Good time.
And it's usually right when you want to give up.
I know. Isn't it crazy? One of the law of magic, let it go. And things will come through. Yeah.
Is this just for Virgo sun signs, or do us rising signs also have blessings coming?
You see,
You're
I like
Virgo
to be
rising
flexible.
now?
I only receive what I like. Like, oh, okay, it doesn't resonate. No. Today I'm working only with the Vedic chart. It's different side. Tomorrow I may like more Western horoscope because the message can be more like it.
All right, so we've got Libra next, right?
Yeah.
After Virgo is Libra, right? I'm not taking it. Like how you came up.
Libra.
They got co-create as well.
Hmm.
So, but I'm being shown,
Sometime, yeah, came on today.
yeah, for
So
Virgo.
Virgos and Libras need to create together.
Well, I'm being shown like the scale, and the word balance is coming to me. So, again, like maybe finding some balance in something that you're working on with multiple people. It feels like, I know we were just joking about like the Virgo personality, and delegating and things, but it feels like, again, trying to find some balance working with others. So again, this could be like a work setting, could be a, like maybe a group that you belong to. The word patience is also coming to me. So maybe, finding some patience, and some balance in there. When there's multiple people involved, everyone's bringing their own personalities, their own thoughts and stuff like that to the table. So maybe not being so quick to shut someone else's ideas down, or be frustrated if it's not, aligning with what you want. And again, trying to find that balance of allowing other people to bring something to the table, you also bringing something to the table, and being able to co-create and build together.
Is that a jaguar?
Yes, it is. And an owl.
So they're both observers too.
And then there's like a little jaguar egg. So they make like a little egg together. Well, not a little, it's actually a very big egg.
So second message for Libra. Yes, facing the duality of this world, making choices, trying balance, just like Mel said. It's crazy how cards come out in sync all the time. Trying to choose something. Well, that tells you that you're probably going to have some choices, some opportunities, and you'll have to make choice. And perhaps you don't have enough information yet. You see the eyes are closed. Perhaps you don't know enough to make the right choice yet. Or maybe it's time to stop analyzing, and this time you just follow the call of your heart, purely emotionally, without logic. Scorpio.
All right, go to Scorpios. Got Observer. So I'm instantly being drawn. I don't know if you can see it good in the video, but the fox has kind of like a telescope and he's looking up at the moon, which draws me to like connecting with spirit, our guides, ancestors, things like that. An observer, not taking action, kind of observing. So it could be that spirit right now is giving you like little messages, little glimpses of things that are, you may not fully see the big picture or the full picture right now, but it's coming together, and just to continue to kind of be observant. And then, again, not paying attention to the 3D world, the people around you, and paying attention to what spirit is saying, what spirit is showing you. And what's coming to me right now too is, so for example, like people in your life could be saying, oh, that's not possible, that's too hard, telling you all these things about maybe a situation or something you're thinking about, when spirit sees, again, the bigger picture, things from above, and has other plans for you. So my advice again would be not doing right now, just kind of observing, continuing to receive what maybe again, syncs messages, little glimpses of things spirit is sending to you right now, and paying attention to listening to spirit, listening to your intuition, and not the people around you in this little 3D world that we live in. So that is my message for Scorpios.
And the fox is very cunning and quick too. So when I saw that part, I thought of like the animal theme of it, because he's looking at his subconscious, and that's when to make your move, when you feel, like you said, your intuition. And the fox is just the trickster, but maybe not letting other people trick you into
Be
your
smart.
timing.
Be smart.
Yeah, so, again, back to, you don't need to listen to other people, like, the fox knows, he knows more than the people around him knows,
Yeah, you
And the
are.
other people don't know that he knows.
It might be a very good position to be in. You are in charge, though, Scorpio. You are in charge. You know who you are. You know what's your place. You are where you're supposed to be. You have everything you need. You have the resources. You possess all the knowledge, the strengths, the character traits. Everything is under your control. You also possibly are working on something new. You're launching some new project. See, there's sprouting here. There's new leaves. Something is manifesting. You're creating or producing something. Or you're brewing some ideas that you're about to bring into this world. While being quiet and not letting anyone know.
Yeah, fox, keep it to yourself. Okay, so Sagittarius is next, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Capricorn, Aquarius, and then, yeah, Pisces. Sagittarius.
Cards are flying.
If I don't intuitively feel it, I don't take it, but the fates. So, I feel like a lot's coming in right now, but it just feels like this alignment with the universe, like a lot of stuff that you've been waiting on kind of coming to you. And, she's just like taking it all in, just in gratitude, feeling the blessings and the support of the universe around her. Things just aligning, and it feels like even maybe like past life karma from this life, all of it finally coming to you, and you're receiving the gifts and the blessings from having, I'm getting the word faith, like having faith and staying strong and continuing to move forward and trusting the universe, trusting yourself, trusting spirit. So I feel like good things, and just, kind of taking the moment to really just be in gratitude and taking it in, and that you deserve it and that you're worthy of it. So.
Beautiful. She has wings too on that card.
Yeah. Beautiful. Bad times are over for you. Whatever happened, it is over. I feel like Sagittarius had a couple of really rough years, but good times are coming. You're ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter in such a beautiful alignment now with the sun. It's so pure. You're probably about to strike real fortune. Yeah, real fortune, which is happening right now. So this week or two, pay attention to what's happening. Good time to start something new too. Capricorn next.
Okay, Capricorn. I feel like there's just like a ton of energy right now. There we go. Okay, so for Capricorn, we got go to sea. And the message of this card, if I remember correctly, is kind of stepping into the unknown, like into new depths, new territories, and kind of having some trust and faith. It's kind of hard to see, but she's kind of has her head down in this picture. And then you can see in the sky, there's like the moon, like this face, it's not even the moon, but so you could be maybe doubting, and even this right here with the direction, the compass. So you could be kind of doubting your next moves, next step, and spirit is here supporting you and asking you to just trust and allow yourself to go, to spaces and areas, places that are maybe uncomfortable or not familiar to you, again, depths that you've not been to before. and somewhat just kind of go with the flow and have trust that they're supporting you, even if you don't necessarily clearly see the direction or know where you're going. But taking, again, leap of faith, stepping outside your comfort zone into places that you normally would not, would be very beneficial for you right now.
And when you're in sea, you don't have control. You're not a victim, but you have to surrender to the waves and react upon that instead of like, this is your plan and this is what you have to do.
You make a good point, because Capricorns are very business, very work planning, like I want to build this or do this, and then I have to figure out all the details, all the pieces and parts I need to make it happen. So that could be very uncomfortable for a Capricorn to be asked to take steps forward without having all those pieces or all that information. But again, trusting that thing you're building or you're trying to work towards, you will get there. It'll, be built, it'll be manifested. But like you said, going with that flow, not needing to control and having it all figured out. So I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you, Annie.
Put your sword reversed, putting logic aside for a little bit, just like Mel said. Yes, you don't have to have all the pieces together to start. Sometimes you just can start moving forward. And as you lift and putting forward your foot, the path aligns under it. The path doesn't have to be there before you start walking. Aquarius.
Aquarius, okay. Chaos and conflict.
Are you putting all the cards back into the deck when you pull them out?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the card came out twice, remember?
Oh yeah.
I don't control the cards, okay? Spirit controls the cards and the messages, all right? If all six
Virgo and
signs
Libra. Yeah,
all
Virgo
right.
and Libra have the same card.
Yeah, Aquarius, chaos and conflict. Gosh, it's weird because like the zebras kind of like got these pieces. So I do feel like you may be walking through some confrontations and things that might not be comfortable right now. Things kind of crumbling apart or, falling apart, just kind of feeling like a lot at maybe one time, but this is for good. This is like kind of like once you have all these little pieces, you can build something new again. And it feels like maybe you've been kind of struggling with something or like butting heads with people for a while, and Spirit's trying to actually clear that and put an end to that. So no matter how uncomfortable it is, just keep walking through it. Use your Aquarius logic. Aquarius aren't very like them. Huh?
Oh, sorry. No,
Oh,
it's a horse
or zebra. The zebra. It's kind of hard to see, but he's got the little.
It has like giraffe pattern.
Yeah, like giraffe patterns. Yeah, and then it's like being broken up. There you go. Wrong animal. It's like the zebra body, like the horse. But you're right, the giraffe. Actually, no, that's what it is on the legs. You can't see, but he's got the zebra on the legs.
That's
and then
so Aquarius. They just make it up.
So, but it just, the other thing that's coming to me right now with all this chaos and conflict, taking time for yourself to just get quiet and not allow all this chaos and conflict, these energies to overwhelm you and make you feel like you're going to, like pop a lid, just explode. Just being very mindful of that right now with whatever you're walking through. And again, just remembering that it's going to create space for better and new to be, that isn't going to feel so like butting heads is what keeps coming to me. Just feels like a lot of like confrontation, coming up against like, again, butting heads. So that's my advice for Aquarius.
Yeah, I've been feeling that. On the
Also want to add, even when there is such a chaos and things are scary and everybody have anxiety and things falling apart, here in the card we can see even in total chaos you can still pick out tiny treasures, put it together, and get something extraordinary like this horse, zebra, giraffe, whatever that was. But this is how you create beautiful, unordinary new things.
Yeah, and as you were talking and I was just shuffling, breathe, just breathe, just take a deep breath, Aquarius.
Queen of Wands, you as well. Brewing some new ideas. You are actually feeling pretty good. You're in a good place. Even with all the chaos around you, you're still sitting on your throne. You even got your cat with you. It's like all the chaos is spinning around, but you are staying still. Because you know your worth, you know your strength, you know in which direction you're going to move. You're also processing all this new information and processing it so you can put out something new. You're brewing some ideas. Beautiful. And the last one, Pisces. I used to always forget about Pisces.
I hate being a Pisces with these because I have to wait for all, and no offense, Aries, Annie, but I'm like, Aries always gets to go first and we're always last. Like, so I think I'm going to start with Pisces and Aries can go. We are the favorite though. All right. So we got two here. Ooh, truth be told, can you see that? And not for you. So basically coming to terms with and accepting the truth, the reality, it's something not serving you, something is not for you, not for your greater good, does not align with you. And it's interesting because this one has a box that's like covered, you can't see. And then this one has a box where it's open and like a window. So, you know, and then also there's a mask there too. So just as uncomfortable as it may be to hear that and to accept that, having to come to terms with it, just whatever maybe is not working or going on. This could be, again, relationship, work situations, living situations. If something has not been working, then it's just time to get honest and real with yourself and accept the truth that it is not for you. And then there's this fortune cookie with a big nope. So just tell yourself, nope, not for me. And again, just have to accept it and move forward.
I feel like this is a message could be for everyone out there right now. So much truth coming out and much more will surface. Some of it's going to be really very scary, horrifying. And you probably have to remember, it's not for me, it's not because I did something wrong. I just have to know that. You don't necessarily have to do anything with this. You'll just have to know, that's all. Nothing to do. No need to respond.
Just
No need to
observe.
react. Just to receive this truth and observe.
Well, you know, add, because I actually just kind of had this come up a few days ago with some, you know, with the work, like all of a sudden out of nowhere, just this real clear why something hasn't been working and just taking that in. And it feels like this weight's been lifted that I've been carrying for months, trying to force things to work, you know. So again, you'll know when the time is, and it won't be as hard as you think it is to accept that truth.
And after all the suffering, Pisces, for you and I hope for everyone else, a cup full of joy, happiness, abundance. I feel like it has Jisara Nisara spelled here. Global prosperity law. I don't know. Wishful thinking. But aren't we co-creating this reality if we all wish for that right now? Aren't we all suffered enough and worked enough and hoped enough to finally get that cup full of happiness, love, joy, prosperity? Right, we've completed the circle of the zodiac, and it's your turn. So maybe now we can do collective message. Annie, are you drawn to answer specific question or address some topic?
We have someone that wants to ask a specific question, so let's see in the chat. Well, while we're waiting for them, yeah, I can do either one. What do you ladies think? Collective or?
Yeah, let's just pull for the collective. Yeah, you go ahead and go first since you popped on, and then we can each pull one after you. I love that deck too, by the way, that you have. I have that too, and I left it, so that's good. You got it.
Oh, universal love. Well, perfect for collective. So
watch some of the pictures. I don't know how YouTube is, but I got a couple videos restricted from the content on the photos.
oh, because of the bare breast.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about it till after. I don't know.
I don't think Zoom give us enough clarity. It will be blurred.
Okay, so I had two that come up simultaneously: relationship and tantric union. So Goosealia knows that tantra can often be, misinterpreted. And tantra with this type of relationship you see here is with a dolphin, with an angel. So this tantric union can be created not just with a partner or a person, but whatever it is that you are drawn to, where you feel safe to expose yourself, to ask vulnerable questions, and create that type of intimacy with whoever or whatever is available for you and that you're attracted to.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So I got, oh, sorry.
No, I just find that one so beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got steampunk deck here.
Oh.
Kind of cool. I don't know how clear it's gonna be, but this one been giving me some openings of some secrets for me. I noticed when I read for clients. So whoever's here, whoever's going to be watching it, what are people talking behind your back? Wouldn't you sometimes like to know? Don't you wish you were psychic and could hear people's thoughts, get into their minds, and while they're smiling at you and nodding head, don't you wish you knew what they really thought? I'll just drop a few cards here.
Well, you know how people say your ears hurt when people are speaking about you?
Burning.
Yes, so yesterday and today I've had that really strong. So I'm like, oh, I love this. Yes, please share.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Lizzie wants to know too. What are people saying about her in the chat?
All right. I'm actually loving it. Page of Swords. Truthful. Clear. Don't hide anything. Smart. Educated. Perhaps curious. Straightforward. Justice. And I guess my favorite part, 8 of Wands here in reversed. Don't mess with this person. You'll get bounced back. Yeah. Don't mess with this person. I like that. So they know who you are. You don't really hide anything. You're all out in the open. and they respect that.
Can you show the justice one again?
Perhaps people come to you for an advice when they kind of have this moral, ethical dilemma.
With themselves?
With themselves. I don't usually have moral dilemmas with myself. That's when someone's bugging me. Like, can I hit them with 8 ones? Or I need 10? Or I need heavier artillery, literally.
So the ones I got kind of follow yours. Exposed and revealed. And then these 3 popped out. I almost put them back, but I felt to look at them, and again, continuing the message. Higher view. So I look at it as seeing it from a higher perspective, shining through, and smoke and mirrors. So to me, you know, like she was talking about truths being revealed, you know, people being exposed, like the true self coming out, looking at it from a higher perspective, not letting, you know, people's talk or thoughts, things like that about you get to you, and engaging in it, knowing that you will shine through all of whatever BS, crap, lies that they're presenting to you. Just, you know, again, trusting your intuition, spirit, that you will shine above all of that. Don't lower yourself to the smoke and mirror crap.
Especially with that first one of the eye, because people, like I said, smiling, but then if you look at their eyes, it's a different game. If you just focus on someone's eyes when they're talking to you instead of like, oh yeah, hi, how are you? And then you look at their eyes, are they, how are you feeling them? Not just seeing them, but feeling them through your
I don't know if you
mind's eye.
can see, but it's got like the person kind of in like the fetal position, like it would be in like the mother's womb or something. And to me, the feeling that I get is like whoever this, you know, if someone did have ill will, ill thoughts, speaking ill about you, they feel small. They feel like very infant. They're not very powerful. Like I look at that as being very weak. And like you're saying, like the truth that you being able to see that, see through the smoke and the mirrors, the lies, the BS, take the higher perspective, again, knowing that they can't do anything to you, can't touch you, that you're, you know, highly protected, looked after, and that you will be the one in the end to rise above and shine through it.
A baby that wants attention.
Yeah.
But just
And you-
before we continue, I'd like to tell everyone that ladies have their own YouTube channels. Would really appreciate if you go on and subscribe and put some likes there, help them grow. Those channels are babies. Help us grow those babies. You'll find the links below this video. And also there are links of all of our websites. We'll have our own. You'll find all of them there. If you would like to book private reading or a consultation, we're all hypnotists here, not just tarot readings. Tarot is a great therapeutic tool. This is how we do our readings. It turns into therapy, into coaching session. Otherwise, why would you need, you know, to do a tarot reading and get some answer if you don't know what to do with this? So if you're interested in working one-on-one, you'll find all the information below. And Melanie just opened her new shop. You can actually go see her in person if you are in California. Melanie, tell us please where you are.
I'm in Placerville, and at your just like advice, I'm actually redoing my Etsy shop, so I will have stuff available online. But I do my healing sessions out of here in my readings. And then I sell crystals. I have crystal kits. I make candles and sprays. And I'm right in downtown Placerville.
Nice, nice. And Annie is in Mexico, so and I'm in Maryland, but
But I have lots of online offerings. I have hypnosis recordings and I have consultations available, and everything can be done over Zoom, as we all know.
Yeah, you have really great, like even on YouTube, you have a lot more content than I have, but you have really great little videos that give you a little dose of hypnotherapy, a little dose of the meditation, a little dose of motivation. So
yeah, I call it the spiritual lattes. It's just like enough to sip your tea or latte too, and then
I love it. And your new videos where you're showing us a little bit of Mexico for those of us that have never been and don't get to see. So
yes,
those
it's
are
not all
great.
cartels here. It's not all cartels and dominate here.
I love it though. I've been really enjoyed them.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
did you say there was questions people had? Because you're the only one that can see the comments, Annie.
Well, there is a relationship question. I don't know how we feel about answering that for the whole stream, but it's...
What's the question? And then I'll tell you if I'm
Okay, so he didn't give his name or she. It's Info Entertainment 999 wants to know about their relationship with Ollie in the coming months.
Okay, well, we can just pull a card and see what the card says. These are, again, general messages. If she would like they would like a more in-depth reading, then they can book with whoever they feel drawn to. But yeah, I'm up for just pulling a card and seeing what the card says.
Okay, cool. So Info Entertainment 999 and Ollie.
So I'm gonna go with it's actually the Angel Tarot deck. They have little messages. So. And maybe you can pull from your what the heck's it called? The purple one that I like.
Oh, the Universal Love.
Yeah,
okay.
The love cards have to say. Okay.
Okay, Info Entertainment. Hope you're still here.
Yeah, this is a big deck, so it's hard with my little tiny. All right. 5 of air. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. So that gives me the impression that you could possibly be walking through what people would refer to as karmic relationships. Again, even soulmate relationships have lessons for us. But I intuitively feel you could be doing a lot of worrying kind of about what the other person has done or is doing or thinking. And just, I would advise you to kind of take it back to yourself, like from an observant point of view. Maybe there's repeated patterns in this relationship or feelings that you have coming up that you've had in other ones, and just really getting clear on what you've learned from this relationship and you can take from it. And again, if you're not happy in it or there seems to be conflict, things not working, then it might be time for you to just put an end to it. And again, take the lessons and what you've learned and move forward. And just, same review everyone's motives. And intuitively, I kind of feel like, again, it feels very karmic, like manipulated back and forth conflict kind of stuff. So I would just, again, be mindful, get clear on what you can learn from this. If I also feel like maybe some repeated patterns, and just, kind of accept it for what it was, and then move forward and make space for something that serves you better and is more aligned with, the things that you want and the type of relationship that you want moving forward.
Very generous of you, Mel. It was in depth. I'll pull a universal relationship card because I haven't heard back from Info Entertainment. So collective pull for our relationships. What do we need to be made aware of? Oh my God, it's the whole deck that came out. No, let's see. I'm going to pull the top 2. So a perfect relationship card, embrace, and the second card that came out, golden path. So the golden path card is saying that you are on the right path. What is illuminated for you, what excites you, means that you're on the right path. And I always like to read these relationship cards as our relationship with what is most important to us. And that is not always a physical person. So that could be our relationship with what is lighting us up the most that we need to focus on and that we need to embrace.
Do we have any other questions or people on there? I just thought I should have brought my other phone. I could have looked.
No,
I'm muted.
Lizzie just said we're sweet. Thanks, Lizzie.
Thank you. And thanks for showing up and supporting. I think that's my friend. So, and I appreciate it.
Oh,
She's so supportive. So, and I know it's late for her in her bedtime. So thank you for hanging out with us.
wait. Right, I'm not attempting to pull a card to reflect on the relationship, whoever asked the question, because I can answer it without a card. If you need to ask what's coming next month, you don't have a relationship. And now I'm gonna just shut. I know everybody like, Guzala, don't say anything, Guzala.
Well, this is why I don't go to you for relationship readings. I go to you for business.
Yeah.
No,
Don't come to
I
Gazela
love
for the soft fluff.
No, but that's what I do respect. I would rather someone be, real and honest with me than tell me what, they think I want to hear. And yeah, so, because there's a lot of people out there that do that. So again, what was the message? Accepting the truth or something like that, even if it's uncomfortable for Pisces. So the truth being told.
All right. Well, and like my card said too, embracing what lights you up instead of, if there's someone who's constantly dragging your energy down, making you question things, why would you want to keep embracing that?
Well, I think for some of us, we get comfortable being uncomfortable and being unhappy. That's what you're used to. And so all of a sudden it becomes comfortable, even though you cry and complain and this and that. If you don't know any better, or again, having and I think too, sometimes it's easier for us to put our energy and focus on stuff like that than to actually go within and work on ourselves and have to face our stuff. It's like, as long as I keep worrying about this and what's going on here, then I don't have to go within and face my uncomfortable truths and some things about me and take some accountability. So I think there's several.
Lizzie is interested in whatever information Spirit believes she needs.
You go first, Azealia.
I can do this. I'll be gentle. No, actually, I'm a nice person. I know. It doesn't always look like it.
She doesn't, as I say, Lizzie doesn't do gentle. She's like you. I joke, she delivers blunt, harsh truths, so it's okay.
All right. Well, 3 cards. So first, this one came out. Exhausted, tired, drained, perhaps feeling betrayed, feeling left out, feeling like maybe you overextended yourself to others. And when the moment came when you needed that support, it didn't come back. Nobody was there. Perhaps this is how you feel right now. Hard work, planting lots of seeds. This is not illusionary. It will pay off. Working long hours, working on many different projects, taking care of lots of different people. You're talking about overextending yourself. You need to find the balance. Think about the law of equal exchange. I know that's not the actual meaning, but this is what's coming to me right now. You have to honor the law of equal exchange. If you're having trouble keeping track how much you put out and what's coming back, journal it. Keep a list. Teach
in terms
yourself.
of like
And
actions
then
for people, or what you're giving out?
what you're giving out, how much are you doing for other people?
Okay.
It should be equal. It should come back as something good, not, it should not feel like somebody stabbed you in the back when you felt in need or you felt that you needed support. For every good deed you do for others, do at least one for yourself too. This way, you're not gonna feel this way. I should maybe pull another one, kind of dreary. Are you fighting with somebody? Arguments, competitions, gossips at work or in the family, or is it with your some bickering going on? You fighting maybe for promotion, or if you are a business owner, maybe you picked a niche that is oversaturated and you really need to do something different to stand out, to win. Withdraw and think about it before doing it. Okay. If I'll keep pulling cards, I may make it worse. Take it over, ladies.
Yeah, she said she got good ideas. Thank you.
Good.
Okay, and I'll pull one from this deck.
It's
is
some
this?
sweetness, Melanie.
Yeah, look at it. It's all pretty and beautiful resin colors. This is the Work Your Light Oracle deck. A good, positive, uplifting message, please.
I used to have that deck now. I gave it to my friend because I just used it too much. I said, I'm done with this one.
I wanted this deck forever, and then I ended up getting it finally. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? I'm gonna pull a couple others, but yeah, just how Gazilia was kind of mentioning, you know, giving so much to others, always trying to make sure other people are taken care of, protecting other people, and just giving the same to you. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. So, you know, and it's interesting because it's almost like pieces of her, if you can see, are kind of like coming apart. So I feel like, again, almost like you getting a lot clearer on that, you know, and recognizing where maybe you've overgiven to other people, giving that back to yourself, getting very clear on, like she mentioned, an equal energy exchange, and just really stepping into like this new version of you and letting the old pieces of you fall away, you know, that are not aligned or that need to change. And then you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. So, and I know because we've worked together before, I know you are in some ways doing a lot of these things already. So this is just kind of your confirmation to not be so hard on yourself, put so much pressure on yourself to get to a certain destination so quickly, and just, again, trust that you're already doing it. Get out of your head, stop thinking about it, and just keep facing your true north. So facing, you know, your vision, your direction, where you're trying to get, and not allowing these outside energies and people to take from you or to distract you off your course. And again, just to keep kind of taking care of yourself, honoring what you need, what your body needs, what your mind needs. Yeah. So that's mine.
She says, thank you for the confirmation.
You're welcome.
So ladies, do you often rotate your decks? What do you do with them?
Yes.
You get
I
tired?
put mine
or...
in, like, I get tired of them, or but like this one just came out. I had it like in bed, like I wrapped it up in my tapestry and put it in the drawer because I just feel like sometimes they talk to me like, let me alone for a little bit. I'm like, okay. But then sometimes I'll meet, like if it's one of my friends, I'll meet someone and I'm like, they resonate more with this deck that I have than me. If I'm not inspired by the deck anymore, sometimes I feel like it just needs to move on to someone who will treasure it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have ones that, you know, that I started with, there's ones I feel more drawn to. I try to work with them when I first get them, but it kind of just depends if I'm doing a reading with someone, what I feel drawn to bring. Like before today, you know, I kind of asked what I thought like to use. So I kind of what I intuitively feel to use. You know, and doing these online readings, I will read the cards because it's easier. But when I do my one-on-one readings, they're more intuitive. They're not so much the cards. I might use the cards again for like you know, a affirmation or positive message to leave someone with. But when I'm reading one-on-one, they're more intuitive. I'm not really using the cards a lot.
Mhm.
I give the selenite to my cards too, just to clear them out. What about you, Gazelia?
I just
Ooh,
put
that's a
them.
big one.
I put them in salt.
Nice.
I have a special bowl because I read so much.
Oh.
Well, my decks wore out, like physically wore out, but they also at some point, and it happened over and over. I know it's the same pattern because I've been reading for so many years. They just stopped talking to me. Like, I'm done with you. But I don't give away my decks and I don't throw them away. I sell them. I auction them off. This is what I feel I'm supposed to do this. When a reader works with a deck for a long time, you establish in this channel to egregore. So this is like perfectly, even though the deck will be old, but it's a perfectly attuned tool. And now I feel like it should go to somebody new who just learning the tarot. And you're not supposed to give away them. You should sell it. And well, I sell it to strangers. I just auction them from eBay. They never last on eBay more than a day. And
See,
usually it sells like 5-10 times more than the actual new deck because people that know who knows the meaning of it, the value of it. Yeah, they
Yeah, I
understand.
got a pearl bracelet from my, after I gave her that deck a couple weeks later, I stopped by and she gave me all this jewelry. Like, she was like, oh, here's this pearl bracelet. And oh, I also have this necklace for you. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, so that was good. Guzelia, I wanted to ask a question that a lot of people ask me. They're like, is it true you're only supposed to be gifted a tarot deck? And I have my opinion about that, but I just want to hear your opinion on that.
No, I was gifted first one, but I was a child, and then I was like 5, I think. You couldn't buy tarot. I grew up in Soviet Union. You couldn't buy tarot deck. Somebody brought me used.
It was illegal.
Well, I'm not quite sure. I don't remember if it was or not. But you couldn't, of course, you couldn't charge money for readings. No. Absolutely not. The deck was really old. It even didn't have a box. It was in a tiny, like, fabric pouch, handmade. But after that, people sometimes give me, even students or clients bring me decks once in a while. Sometimes we kind of make friends with the new deck right away. Sometimes it takes a while. I do prefer to buy the decks that I pick because I'm drawn to it at a certain time. One time I was given a gift of what's they called, Marseillaise deck, the French old deck. What is it called?
oh, I know, yeah, I can't pronounce it. I know what you're talking about.
Marseillaise, I think. Marcel's.
I say.
The old French deck. One of the traditional decks. It was very beautiful deck in a pretty box, a gift box. In the book, it was a gift set. I could not read it. I just absolutely could not read it. And it was
The Tarot of Marseille.
yeah. I couldn't. I couldn't understand anything. And it was sitting on my bookshelf for a long, long time. And then I had guests and everybody were looking through my cards, and one girl liked it. I said, you take it. If you like it, it's yours. A couple of weeks later, she brought it back. She said, I cannot stand it.
She gave it back to you.
She brought it. You should have just get rid of it. Yeah, and then I think then I sold it. Yeah. But
See,
it
'cause
was few times I tried to give it away. Nobody wanted it, and I really did not like it. That was only time I didn't like it.
For me, I feel like, because I feel energy so much, and it's the same thing with like used items or used jewelry. If I'm not like, if it doesn't feel comfortable, I'm not drawn to it. I don't like, it's like, no. And that's kind of how I feel. Like no one's ever gifted me a deck. Someone purchased one online, a brand new one recently for me, which I was very grateful for. And I love the deck. But that's like my personal one that I read with. Sometimes I use it online. But yeah, it doesn't resonate with me to buy used ones because it's just, especially like online, I can't feel it. I don't know. I may get one feeling from it, and then when it arrives and I touch it, now I just brought that person's stuff. Like that's just how I feel into my house. So
yeah. So
yeah,
how I clean them, I put it overnight in a big bowl, and I put like a pound of salt out of the box, covered completely.
And then what do you do with the salt afterwards?
But you just shake it off because if you don't add water, it's not problem.
But you don't cook with it after
No, no.
that.
she goes and dumps it in her neighbor's
Out,
yard.
dump.
For your pesky neighbors. No.
That's what I'm gonna start doing.
Sometimes,
Got some salt chocolate chips for you.
sometimes I would get up in the morning and the salt would be gray.
Oh
And I'm
wow.
like, oh, such a heavy energy. I read so much. But then, of course, it could be just from humidity in the air or something. I don't know. But sometimes it's pure white, sometimes it's gray.
I want to go put all mine in a salt bowl just to see. But I use crystals and I use like sage, and I haven't done it in a while, but I used to pull them out, with the moon and stuff like that, the energy. Like if I'm in the middle of doing something, I'll do the kind of knocking on it. But yeah, mine's very like minimal. And again, I'm the only one that like, sometimes they do feel like I've used it too much and it needs a break, and then other times it feels like, oh, I haven't used you in a while. Like, come, I'll use you again.
Yeah, between clients, this is what I do.
Just a quick. I was going to ask Mel, which ones do you recommend for cleansing the decks? Which crystals?
I would use selenite or the black tourmaline.
Okay.
That's just, again, what resonates. Quartz is considered like the master healer, even smoky quartz is something that clears negativity. But I am a big believer in what resonates with you, what you feel guided to. Someone might feel to like use an amethyst or a calcite, maybe be drawn to a certain color. Follow that. Don't go, oh, the people I listened to online said I should use this, though. Trust what you always go with what you feel to use is always my advice to everyone.
And I feel like the tarot does that. It empowers you because people are afraid of like, oh, I'm not supposed to buy my first deck. I have to have it gifted, and they get stuck in these nuances of what you're supposed to use. But like you said, it's really.
So if I would have taken that approach, I would have just gotten my first deck like 2 months ago, or like around like I think January is when it was gifted to me. So all these years I wouldn't have been helping people. I wouldn't have been doing readings. I'd have been sitting here like, someone
Typing the old deck. Typing them up, patching up. I want to say, message for everybody, stop listening what other people say. Whole planet was listening to Dalai Lama, and look what happened. You all know what happened. Stop listening to people, especially to those that call themselves guru. So,
Well, and you saw what I posted the other day about someone sharing with me that they went to this healer that said they were born a prodigy, that they're here to do big things. And the person said, this person's lived 103 lives. And I'm just sitting there thinking, that's so distasteful that, and I think like not moral and ethical, like most of us know, I know I've lived many lives. I know, been told things, but I don't tell my clients when they show up, like, I need you to understand that I have lived all these lifetimes and there was something just distasteful, but some people take that as a sign of, oh, this person knows what they're doing, they're like the credentials or something like that. And that doesn't necessarily mean that, but I know people do some crazy things, but I'm still like just taken back by that. Some healers out there charging ridiculous money and telling people that, but they didn't know any better. And so to them, all of a sudden, this person's some guru on a pedestal, because they lived 103 or whatever lifetimes in a prodigy thing. So, yeah. Again, if something feels off, just trust it and follow that. And you don't need to know the details of why, if it feels icky or off, just not for you, go somewhere else, And I've gotten readings for people and it resonated, then all of a sudden it doesn't resonate working with them. And I have to honor it's time for me to move on to another healer, working with somebody else.
Lydia, let's do a couple of cards draw for each sign for I made the list. Actually, I was preparing. I was worried that we may not find anything to talk about. So I will suggest few questions, and we don't have to do all three for each sign. We can just.
Okay, Mel, you go first. I'm gonna grab my charger.
Okay, first question. What is where to find your strengths? What is your foundation? Where to look for support instead of going seeking out gurus?
Okay, and we're gonna do this for each sign?
Yeah.
You know what, I'll do the oracle again, because you're doing tarot. That way we mix it up a little bit.
Aries.
I feel like they give good messages. So, sorry, one more time the question.
For Aries, where they can find that strength and support they need without seeking out places that are not appropriate. Where to find support and strength?
Okay, what then? Let's see, one more. Opening to discovery. So it feels like being open to new things that you have not maybe thought of doing before, that are outside your comfort zone. And it, like, again, there's a door lock and a key. So it just feels like there might be, like new doors to walk through. I know Aries like taking, risks. They like being challenged, things like that. So maybe, again, something that feels outside your comfort zone and just being open to walk through that. So trying to think how I would word that. It just, like, what's coming to me is being willing to do something new, walk through a door that you wouldn't normally walk through. So like taking a risk, an adventure, something, if it feels exciting to you that's new, then I would allow yourself to be open to it and see kind of where it leads you to, and what comes from that.
Beautiful. All right. Now I'm going to draw a card for Taurus is next. Where Taurus can find strength and support in your close, intimate relationship, your partner, your lover, your spouse. This is who can feel your cup. And look, we got passion. Passion, when things turn gray and stale, you need to revive your passion. Remember what made you tick, what made your heart beat faster previously, and go back there. Is that what makes you stronger, when you feel passionate?
Cancers. Beyond the ordinary. And what's really standing out is just being opened up, allowing like the center of you to be opened up. You know, we talked earlier about cancers feeling, you know, the weight of the world and having to take care of everyone and the pressure of that. So it feels like in some ways like setting yourself free, and just really opening up. And then just you've got all these cosmic colors and things around. So just being more open to like being in tune with the universe, feeling your feelings, not feeling like you have to do for everyone else or what everyone else needs for you. Just again, really opening up to what you need, what your needs are, so that you feel fulfilled in life and you're getting what you need so that you can continue to keep being strong for other people, and showing up and taking care of them. So, and then spirit of gratitude. So just being, you know, grateful for what you do have, what is working for you. My message for cancers.
It was for cancers?
Yeah, I thought we were doing every other one. Doesn't cancer
We
come after?
skipped Gemini.
Oh.
We skipped Gemini. I need you
Okay.
do for Gemini.
Sorry, Geminis.
You are muted, Annie. Unmute yourself.
It's Gemini's for not seeking advice from others.
Where they can find their own strength and support when they need it.
Oh, nice. Okay, Gemini. In my notes. Okay, so I got the Magician, encapsulation. So that one speaks for itself. The Magician creates their ideas into this realm, and they're the ones that are creating. And this also has someone taking the mask off. So thinking about your motives, about why you're doing something, rather than doing something because you think this is your role that you are, just doing it out of what it is that wants to come through you.
I already did Cancer, so you can do Leo then, Vasily.
Right, tell to
Lizzie said no one likes Geminis. Yeah, Geminis do get a bad rap. They're full of fun and inspiration usually.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So this is
We
for
discussed-
Leo. Knight of Pentacles. Work. Leos, for everybody talks about Leos as they're, you know, all kind of be like king and a queen and want to order people around. Actually, no, they're very hard workers. Lots of them are workaholics. They usually work more than others. They like to take charge because king is supposed to take care of his country. Really, it takes a lot of work. This is where your strength is. Work. Also, I feel like if you need to sometimes to feel more grounded, maybe your earthy friends, earth zodiac signs like Virgo and who else, Capricorn and Taurus, maybe they can help you. But also financial security is important for you, well, for everybody. But I mean, you don't like to ask for help. You have to take care of yourself and maybe put aside for emergencies so you don't have to ask for help when the day comes. I feel that's maybe would help you to relieve some of the anxiety and uncertainty. And when you're not worried about those mundane things, you can do your own keenly things, what the king's supposed to do. Next, Virgo.
Okay, I pulled Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enchanted intuition, a new home. I think earlier when we were doing the collective ones for them, it was, I think something came up about kind of building, co-creating and building a foundation and new home. So I feel like just kind of falling in love with life again, creating this new space for these new chapters, these new beginnings for you, Virgo. And again, just the falling in love stands out to me. It's not just romantic. It just means like falling in love with life again, not being so serious, not having to have everything planned out, but just kind of creating this really lighthearted, loving, uplifting space in your environment. So you can kind of feel alive again. I feel like very kind of heavy energy for Virgos. I'm just lighting that up a little bit. So.
Libra.
Libra. Okay. I'll go back to the universal love for Libra. In your own guru, Libra. Heaven on earth. How can you create heaven on earth? This kind of bounces off the magician, the Magian one too, because you do not have to wait to die. There's not just going to be this mansion for you up in the sky after you die. You have the power to make your heaven here as well. And by asking yourself this, then you allow life to show you instead of asking other people. Just ask it out.
Sagittarius.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. I don't hate Scorpios. I love you. Well, one of my favorite signs, actually. You know, used to be Virgo and Scorpio was a single zodiacal sign. And then God pulled them apart because they didn't want them to be that strong. And they put Libra in between. Did you know that? It was one sign. They were
Another,
one.
I was going to say another reader that I follow mentioned this yesterday. I guess they had done a study and it said Scorpio and Pisces as couples are like, do not get divorced. They're some of the strongest like romantic couples. And like the divorce rate is pretty much like close to zero. I don't know what the study is. We'll have to look into it, but I thought that was very interesting. I feel like
Well,
Scorpio.
both signs are really, really deep. Yeah, I would say they vibe on a kind of similar waves.
Yeah, I attracted a lot of Scorpios when I was younger, but I was going to say, I think Scorpios are very loyal in relationships. I almost feel like whoever they were with, if they brought that same matching energy, then it could work. Scorpios, again,
Also,
are very
the
loyal.
best conversations all night long, the best conversation, deep and philosophical. No, none of this, fluffy small talk. And then I feel like with Scorpio, you don't really have to explain yourself. They know, they kind of see into the depths of your soul. Okay, Scorpio, where you can find your strength. You have to build your own security. I feel like it's home. Four of Pentacles, home, four corners. You need to have your own four corners. Especially when you're young and you're still living, I don't know, in your parents' house, especially in this economy, kids stay at home with parents for so long. Or when you have to rent a place with your roommates. This is not a situation. Probably cannot relax, cannot really be yourself. Maybe emotionally, psychologically, energetically, is much better for you to have your own four corners. This could be your source of strength, where you can completely relax and be yourself, attune to the divine, and draw all the information you need to, and you have other people around you when you're not really home alone. There is constant chatter, kind of that noise in between you and the source, something that prevents that constant flow of information that you need, flow of wisdom, strength, and energy. This is what I'm getting right now.
Okay, there's Sagittarius, right? I got King of Earth, generous, professional, responsible, practical, a successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered, the Midas touch. And what I feel is right now, Sagittarius, your strength is in trusting yourself, knowing your worth, knowing the power that you hold. And you can't really tell, but he's just got this big grin on his face, and just, you know, animals, butterflies, dragonflies, flowers, just super happy. Just being confident in yourself, knowing that, like Gazilia mentioned earlier, Sagittarius has walked through a lot, but there's good things coming, there's blessings. Accept, you know, opportunities for help, and just again know that you have everything that you need, and you just need to believe that and have confidence in yourself. That is where your strength and your power lies ultimately within you, and just and knowing that you hold all of that within you. So yeah.
Capricorn.
Capricorn. Capricorn. And your strength within. What can, sorry for that. Ooh. Oh, it was the sun. So utilizing your own, this could be utilizing the color, utilizing your own energy source by imagining the sun within you. What recharges you? How can you shine out? But in order to shine out, you have to go within and create and move that power into whatever visualization speaks to you. Like I said, using the color yellow, meditating on the heat of the candle, looking at it, and then closing your eyes, and then trying to see the candle again with closed eyes, just really working with the energy of the sun in your own way that you're attracted to. So you can shine and attract all of those beautiful opportunities with your own power.
Aquarius. This is the one sign that I absolutely do not know. I've never had even single Aquarius in my social circle. I don't think I have ever even done readings for Aquarius, like astrological charts, for sure not.
I have lots of Aquarius in my chart. I don't know if that counts, but I've been in your life for like a couple years now.
Yeah, me too, Mo. I have Aquarius rising, Aquarius moon.
Oh,
I have my Venus, my Mercury, something else. Yeah, none of my cuts.
my favorite card,
Okay.
Ace of Pentacles. Actually, you have all it takes to be in total control, in full charge of your life, of your experience. Actually, sometimes can be a really good thing for you to withdraw, not to rely on anyone around you, build your own thing, whether it's taking care of your energy, your that inner philosophy, outlook on life, not letting other people affect it. And also building your financial independence that would bring you that strength.
Mm.
Well, Ace of Pentacles, also you need to start new project right now will bring you a lot of money. This is a good time to start for you something. Launch a business, publish a book.
Even though Mercury retrograde's coming. Well, I guess that's not
Mercury
for Mercury.
retrograde, I don't know why people are afraid so much of it. I've made a lot of money on Mercury retrograde. It's like now so we were running full speed on a highway, and now we have to slow down and turn around and actually notice what we missed and reflect on it. And sometimes we miss so many treasures, insight, knowledge, wisdom, opportunities. This is our chance to take advantage of it. Yeah. Next, Pisces.
The Pisces doing the Pisces.
Mel, you keep getting the Pisces.
I know. 2 flew out. We're gonna try it again. I wasn't really feeling it. Page of Water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. A new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. What stands out to me, I don't know, again, it's easy, but it just feels like there's a lot going on around her. And kind of needing to like calm. It's funny because she's even going like this. That kind of coming to an end and calming down, you know, this new person entering. So to me, it means more kind of like help is on the way, not feeling like everything is, you know, on us to take care of, and just new phases beginning, and being, you know, again, not just heightened psychic abilities, but sensitivity right now. And Pisces is supposed to be one of the most intuitive psychic signs. So I'd say the strength right now would be listening to your intuition, listening to those, you know, downloads you're getting from spirit, the messages that you're getting from spirit, and just allowing yourself to be very in tuned to what you're picking up on. Again, not just hearing things, but you may be feeling things or just sensing that gut knowing. So I'd say that's where the strength lies right now, Pisces, and being very intuitive, and not being overwhelmed by the sensitivity, but again, finding that strength and being in tuned and sensitive to things and being able to pick up, you know, multiple, or I guess a lot of different ways of receiving your information about situations and things. So that would be the message for Pisces.
We've completed another cycle. Are you ladies getting tired or you good?
Little, I think I'm going to take a little bathroom break real quick. I'll be back.
Okay. All right. What you want to do, Aiden? What do you feel drawn to?
Check the chat. What about if we did collective for all the mothers? Mother's Day is coming up next month.
But is a sign or all together? We can do all together.
Yeah,
you
all
start.
together.
You start.
Okay. Collective for the mothers. What do mothers need to know right now? Okay. Ooh, transmutation, the element of fire. Working with the element of fire, transmuting all of those fears, transmuting all of the energies of people that rely on you, even though that may sound harsh. You want to use the fire to burn away what everyone else has been putting on you so you can just feel lightness again.
The moon, very motherly energy. Have to take care of yourself. Maybe doing the moon attunement. What in silver brings more peace and helps you to feel more grounded, to relieve that anxiety or sense of anxiousness. Taking a bath with salt and milk maybe would be really, really soothing. Doing moon meditation and moon rituals, attuning to that energy would be very helpful to you. Because, things are not very peaceful, not very comfortable right now for everyone. And in your home, you are the center of your home. You are the core and foundation and the energies that fuels it. If you take care of yourself, everyone else will benefit. If you are too tired, drained, exhausted, stressed, everyone gets affected. So take care of yourself. Do some moon magic, moon meditation, take a bath. And as your soul soothes, your kids will be calmer too. We're doing a message for moms because Mother's Day is coming. Do you want to draw a card, Melanie, for mothers? Collect.
Or do a soul journey on the new moon or full moon. I know Mel offers those. You had a shamanic journey on the moon, right, Mel?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one this one coming up. And then we're still figuring the details out, but my friend that's in the space next to me, she actually does memorial celebration of life services. And we have a new restaurant here near our office. So we've been talking about doing a Mother's Day kind of brunch celebration with maybe like a little small journey and kind of honoring and some planting and things. But yeah.
Are you going to do it online? No?
No, I think we're still figuring the details out, but I think we're gonna try to do something small here in town, maybe like 20, 25 people. But I'm gonna do my guided group meditation. I'm gonna do one online.
Nice,
Right.
nice.
Yeah, I think I'll do a soul retrieval online too around Mother's Day.
Yeah. So, just a lot of people don't have their moms here. So yeah, it would just be something nice. So, and then I'll go spend time with my mom, thankfully.
In Russia today is the professional day of astronauts. So my friend this morning sent me a message, can you do something for us? I recorded them. Remember how we did Soul Journey? What was it? When Uranus changed position. We did one where we came apart with
Oh, I
Uranus.
see. I must have missed that one. I have to go back and watch.
Well, there is a recording in your course files when we completely came all energy, like in particles in the cosmos, and then we put ourselves back together and returned to Earth. So that one I did. Recorded it and sent. So I think it would be perfect for them. Yeah.
I heard the end of your message, but I think it's kind of similar, and I wanted to pull another card because I was intuitively feeling. So we got a powerful mood, time machine, and the uncharted sea. And again, it's a very common thing for mothers to not take time for themselves because they feel like they don't have that extra 5-10 minutes at the end of the day. But really, taking a stand, making that powerful move to do something for yourself. Maybe there's something in the past that you wanted to do or to pursue that you put off because you had to be a mom or make sure the family was taken care of, or again, time didn't allow for that. And just making time to do that. And then the uncharted sea. So I feel like there's opportunities there for you, even if it doesn't necessarily lead to maybe like a career move, but it does something for your soul, maybe feeling like giving you life again, giving you purpose, giving you reason instead of just the mundane day-to-day task again of everyone else, making sure everyone else is okay, and then depleting yourself every day. So this feels like something like a passion, something that you wanted to pursue, maybe like a class that you wanted to take. Maybe you'd really like to go try yoga, but you feel like you don't have time. and just setting in stone, even if it's once a month that you're going to go do that. Maybe it's a book club or something, or maybe like a woman's group, or, just something that you felt that you wanted to pursue that you put off for other people. Now is the time to make that move, and take the time for yourself to do that. So yeah, that's the messages I got from those cards.
Message. Very nice message. Well,
And this, I have to share the royal you. The crown. Don't forget what you bring to the table as moms, and by doing all of that for everyone else, you deserve to give yourself the time, the attention, spoil yourself occasionally. I know, like my mom personally, we financially, she couldn't afford to do a lot of those self-care things for herself and put that off for us. But the smallest things, again, even if it's taking time to take a bath, having your glass of wine or whatever it is for you, remember who you are and honor yourself, and taking that time to honor yourself instead of everyone else. Because to be the queen, the queen's strong, the queen's stable, she has to be the one that can't be off balance, things like that. Not perfect, but just, again, honoring who you are and what you need to continue to be that person that continues to show up for your family and your kids and your loved ones, and be that strength in your family.
talking about moms, I was at my friend's house, and her adult new mom with 2 toddlers, her daughter, came for a visit for the weekend, and we're all in the kitchen observing. So this is a lunchtime. She looked at her clock. Okay, it's lunchtime. I need to feed my children. She makes herself lunch, sits down, and eat first. We with my friend looked at each other. Didn't she say she needs to feed children? I'm like, what about your children? She said, I eat first. Then I can be a better mom. Then, when I'm not hungry and not stressed and not pressured, I can feed them better. I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to yell at them. I will be able to take all the time in the world to feed them.
And that brings up a great point, because society, we go, you're the mother, you aren't supposed to do that. You give your children the last piece of bread, or you make sure they're fed, then you take care of yourself. But that's a woman that recognizes what she needs to continue to show up and be the mom that she wants to be. Is it hurting her kids that she takes 10, 15 minutes to, be quiet and eat her food? Absolutely not. If anything, it's better, because then, rather than an hour or two later yelling and, because she's hungry and
Angry.
yeah, exactly. And now she doesn't have patience for her kids who just ate and are all, amped up and fired up with all this food energy they have in them. And I think that's, as a society, we need to quit judging moms and setting the tone of, oh, but you're a mom, you should be doing. I'm very, in my own ways, I do think, like, I don't have sympathy for people like moms that play weak and, don't make sure their kids are taken care of because they're off, pursuing other things that don't, support. But I think that is a good reminder of a mother honoring what she needs to know, that she can continue to show up and be strong and have the energy to show up, and that's not beating her up for not feeding her babies first.
Yeah.
Like, think about breastfeeding. Don't you have to eat to get the nutrients to be able to produce the breast? I don't have kids, so I don't completely understand, but I believe that's how that works. You have to feed yourself, get the nutrients that you can pass on to your child,
Yeah.
I like your friend style.
Yeah. I'm just like, teach me how to live this life. Teach me. I think moms are under so much pressure now, and they get criticized a lot, but it used to be very different. We had different generations in the same household, and there were lots of people to take care of children, and now it's just mom on her own.
I had gotten a book with a healer that I work with. She was a co-author in a multi-author book. And, you know, these are a lot of people that are become healers and coaches and stuff like that. The common theme that kept coming up is a lot of them suffered with postpartum and guilt after giving birth and having babies. And you hear about it, but I didn't know. And so I started sharing this with friends I know that were mothers, and they're going, oh, absolutely, it was so rough. And I'm going, I had no idea. You just walked around like everything was normal and totally fine. And, you know, it was very eye-opening that they felt so guilty for feeling that way that they didn't even feel like they could speak that to their closest friends without being judged. You know, and
they feel guilty for being depressed.
Yeah, for being depressed, for feeling like, you know, again, I guess a lot of emotions and things come up with like the postpartum and stuff after you don't feel right. You know, again, you're dealing with depression. It's hard to show up for yourself, you know, your day to day, you know, taking a shower and getting dressed and, you know, going to work. And then now you're responsible for this other little human being. But it was just so eye opening how many of them, when I brought it up, said, yeah, absolutely, I dealt with that. But yet I had no idea, no one ever expressed it, you know. And then I was actually crying because it made me feel so bad that I had friends that were holding on to that and walking through that by themselves, that didn't feel that they could share that without being judged by other women. In, you know, back in history, society, you know, in like very tribal, multiple women helped with the birthing, multiple women helped with the caretaking and the supporting people, you know. And now, and like even before, you know, a lot of moms just stayed home, they didn't work. We've got moms now that are having to go to work, that are going to school, that are single, have to be responsible for a kid. You know, some people have a 2-3-year-old and now all of a sudden they have a newborn. And just, you know, again, society telling, this is the perfect mom, this is how you'd be the perfect mom, and you know, go to soccer practice and you show up like this. And they're not feeling that, and then they're, you know, internalizing all of this that they're going through. And it just, yeah, I think it's something that we need to talk about more and be more supportive. Again, I'm not even a mother, but I would hope that any of my friends would feel safe enough to come to me to at least, you know, get it off their chest, cry with someone, have someone hold space with them, you know. And maybe, you know, other women create like a support group for other moms. You know, I obviously wouldn't be a good person to create a support group because I don't have that experience, but I will do whatever I can in my life to support my friends that are going through that. And I would hope that, you know, when that time comes, that I would feel safe enough to go to somebody and have that kind of support to walk through that.
Well, I'm mom. I can share my experience. It's exhaustion. Like I was alone. Well, I was married this time at that time, but I would be much better off if he wasn't in the picture. Because he'd come from work and be expected to be served. You're not doing anything. You're staying home playing with the baby all day long. I haven't got any sleep. I felt like I haven't got any sleep in the first 2 years. But if I went to doctor and said, I'm tired, I'm sleep deprived, nobody's helping me. Well, your mom, what did you want? But if I'll say I'm depressed, then I get attention. I think this is a situation with many women. Imagine not sleeping for a year. Catch like 15 minutes. Well, it's not even sleep, you just pass out from exhaustion. Feeding a baby around the clock. Also taking care of your house, also taking care of your husband, and if you have other children, because you're expected to do everything because you're not doing anything, you're just playing with the baby all day long. You have to do it.
Yeah.
So when I have clients, moms, like, well, I'm tired all the time. What can I do to organize my day better? What can I do to get done more? Well, hold on, maybe you don't need to get done more. What can you cross off your to-do list? You need to do less.
Even if it's, you know, maybe for a short period of time so that you can catch up on that rest. Because I dealt with that, you know, just from stress in life, but I didn't have a kid to take care of, and it was already hard enough. I cannot imagine having to still show up for another human. You know, I had dogs that they're very simple to take care of. I cannot imagine a little human on top of that exhaustion, and then every day it's just getting worse and worse. So I think that's great advice. Not what more can I do, what can I not do right now, what do I have to do? And, you know, maybe I delegate or I put off or something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a game. How many things you can not do? And imagine if you run out from all the dishes in the house and they get dried up and crusty and piled up. Eventually somebody else will do it. I'm talking about married women. If you're single, you still have to do it. But if this is the only way to teach your husband to help you, well, yeah, be creative, be strategic, just don't do it. Yeah, mine learned to do laundry when he got up in the morning, one of those mornings, and there was no clean clothing because I was just too busy playing with baby all day long. Yeah. And sometimes it's okay to have for dinner canned soup and a sandwich. It's okay to have a messy home. Yeah. And the messy home, people afraid there's something shameful. You know, happy home is a messy home. Where people live, it's usually messy. I mean, there is a life going on. Yeah, I had a lady, she was in 70s. Her husband passed away, and well, not going to mention why she came, but as we were having a conversation, she said, I was very good wife for 50 years. I took care of my husband. I cooked, I laundered, I cleaned and tidied my house every day. It was spotless. Could put on a cover of a magazine. And then she said, what a dumb way to waste your life away. There is no price for it, and nobody's going to pay you for it. And when all things are done, children are grown, husband is gone, what do you have to show for your clean and tidy house?
Oof, I got chills.
You know, I was going to say I felt that because I, you know, again, no kids. I wasn't married to this man, but same thing for over 8 years. Did everything, took care of everything.
Did you
And then
get the medal?
no, I was going to say I need huff and puff. And again, you know, great guy. We're still friends and things like that. But he never, and I, you know, I blame myself in some ways. I didn't even give him space to step up as a man because I did everything. And oh, you don't have to do anything because you go to work for 8 hours, you know, even though I'm working and caring for people doing all this, but I didn't want to be that woman that was complaining. And what did I do? Instead, I just burnt myself out, probably cut years off of my life, sucked the, you know, lively, you know, me that I had in me. And then, yeah, just again, burnt myself out. And I had no medal to show for it. Yes, I got to keep the 2 dogs, but I don't think that's because I made sure laundry was done every day and cook, you know. But the new person immediately said, absolutely not. I'm not doing all that crap. And then all of a sudden he stepped up and does it for himself, you know, but it was a learning lesson for me. But when you said that, I'm going, thank God it was only 8. I can't imagine, you know, 50 years or 20 something years. And I probably wouldn't have lived 50 years because I'd have just sucked the life out of me. So yeah, no, I didn't get a cookie. I didn't get a medal. I don't have a plaque or a certificate. I just have life experience from it. And again, burnt out.
Yeah. Okay, who's listening, ladies? We are giving you permission, have a messy home and not feel guilty about it.
be soulfish. I call it soulfish, not selfish. Be soulfish. Do what makes you feel alive sometimes. If your kid doesn't like a certain type of music, so what? Play it for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I was learning, teaching it myself. I have only two hands. I can do this or this. Especially, lots of people around you, everybody wants something from you. Okay, you want me to do this or this? You want to have dinner? or you want me to listen about your day? We're not gonna do both at the same time. You want clean shirt or you want pancakes? You're not getting both. Then I had that skill I had to teach myself. Like, stop, you have only two hands. You can do this or this. You can go to work and see your clients and make a living, or you can stay home and scrub your house till it's spotless. What is a priority right now? Yeah, I figured it out really quickly when I start asking myself these questions. Before that, it was conditioned in me. I had to do it all. I had to do it all, even if I died. I had to have it done and make it all perfect and handle everything on my own without asking for help, without saying no, because God forbid, your loved ones will be upset with you.
And I think you brought up some really good, simple tips for moms, because people say certain things, again, back to the time, oh, that sounds so easy, but I think you give really clear, simple tips that they can start with, asking themselves or setting the tone. So maybe you do like another video or series or something for moms for Mother's Day in May.
This is a good idea. Maybe we can
a
do
workshop,
group.
a mother's workshop, yeah.
Maybe we can do group discussion. We have lots of mothers in our group. Is there any messages, Annie? Do you see chat?
No, not since the
We put
Gemini
everybody to
haters.
sleep. Or all mothers went and threw away all their cleaning supplies.
No, they went to their husbands. I'm not doing it anymore, kids.
When I grew up, we were the cleaners. My mom made us all clean every night.
Same thing. I joke, obviously my mom had to do my laundry at one point, but I don't remember. I remember her walking me and my brother to the washer and the dryer and pointing at it. I was just saying this to another friend. I love cleaning. Cleaning is enjoyable to me. Cleaning is my quiet, like that is my meditation time. And then I love enjoying after, but again, my life allows me the luxury. And it is so much better cleaning for yourself than cleaning for other people and then them messing it up, so this is my first time, living on my own. And so I'm even more appreciating the fruits of my hard work. But I have friends, I go to their house that have little kids and I want to see your room. And it's like, is your bedroom clean? Like, all right, let's go clean it, and I tell them, your mommy should not have to clean up after you. Like, I'm going to set the tone that you start learning to do that yourself. But I just, I have same kind of thing. My mom taught us very young and, where the food is, go make it. I think she'd cook a couple times, a month. My dad would cook too, dinner at home, but a lot of times it was fast food at night because of traffic and picking us up from daycare and things, but my mom made it work. She did what she had to do and what worked for her. But yeah, no, she wasn't sitting around cleaning house and and my parents actually my dad did a lot more cleaning. There was a lot of balance there with my dad taking on a lot of those things and not depending, relying on my mom to do it. So.
When my son was little, I'd come from work and quickly clean up his room, and then he comes and it's in 5 minutes it's all upside down like this. And I remember one day I'm walking by and looking in his room, like I just want to cry. just spent an hour cleaning and organizing, and took you only a few minutes to mess it all up. Look how crazy it is. It really upsets me to look at this mess. And he said, Mom, I don't want you to be upset. Let's keep this door closed so you don't see.
So simple.
Yeah. Well, now he's 18, and sometimes I walk by and I just, with my foot, like, close his door. Sometimes solution is much simpler than we think it could be. Yeah.
Well, I lived with my brother and his friend, and it would drive me nuts cleaning up after them, them being boys. And one day I was gonna, just freak out, and I thought, no, I'm just tired of stressing over this. Like, I literally was like, I just give it to the whatever. The next day, or maybe 2 days later, I woke up and there's buckets and cleaning products, and he goes, we're deep cleaning the house today. You don't have to help if you don't want to, but that's what we're spending the day doing. And I was like, okay, like, all the yelling, the complaining, the fighting just made him shut down more. The second I just decided I didn't care anymore, all of a sudden they cared, and the house was so nice and I didn't even have to do anything.
Nice. Well, right, ladies, we've been on for 2 hours. I think we did okay. At least I had fun.
I had fun.
I had fun too, thank you. Yeah.
Maybe we'll see what will be the feedback. Maybe we'll get a few suggestions. Let us know what you'd like to hear. Maybe you'd like to see predictions with other mediums like crystals or pendulums, because we're all multi-talented. We can do that. All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much for putting this together. And Annie too for showing up with us. Well, always lovely seeing you. And I'll see you guys Friday.
I think it's off. Is it off, Annie? Did I turn it off, the live stream?
It doesn't say live, it just says recording.
On
YouTube, it's just giving me the loading.
I think
so.
It's
Yeah,
done.
I think that means it's done.
Okay.
I think it's done. Well, we're good. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you again.
Good night.
All right. Good night.
Good night. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.